These are some things you're going to need when you're buying a rabbit, or just when you're setting up the cage or anything like that. It's usually best to buy this stuff before you buy the rabbit, because then you can set up the hutch. This is the size hutch I have. I'm putting my rabbit Daisy in today. She's had this hutch for a while. There she is. She's had it for a while, so it's not exactly brand new, but this is still the stuff that you need to buy for it. I've just cleaned the cage, which you're gonna have to do about once a week, if not more. Sometimes. So I have a second rabbit, Pablo. He's a rescue rabbit. We have to clean his hutch twice a week, because he stinks up the place a lot faster. But Daisy, because she's a small rabbit, she doesn't do a lot of poopies and wee-wees and all that. So this is the first thing you're going to need, a ceramic bowl. Do not get plastic or anything like that, because I swear to you, the rabbit will just chuck it over. They won't care. If you don't have any toys or anything, they're going to get bored, and then they're just going to, you know, like pull it apart. And this, because it's ceramic, it's heavy. As you can see, she's been using it for like a year or something. But it's heavy, and they can't lift it up. The second thing is kind of a basket or litter tray or something. If your rabbit is litter trained, definitely get a litter tray. That's usually just not a very deep kind of container. It has to be big enough so they can turn around in it, and then you can put some bedding in there or whatever, and then that will work great. But for my rabbit, she loves having a basket. She likes sitting in this thing because it makes her feel really secure. So what I do is I'll put newspaper around in here, so it's kind of like a dip, and then I'll put this, I'll go to that next, I'll put that in there, and then she'll just eat it and sleep in it, and she'll love it. So that's what I recommend. So this is the third thing you're gonna need. This is a water bottle. So the one I got was only about $15 or $12 or something by Lixit. It's just a rabbit brand or whatever. Sometimes you have to be a bit careful with them, because I've bought an expensive one before and this part didn't work, which was very annoying. So this is how they work. Sometimes they'll leak a bit, but they'll have a little ball there that the rabbit will lick, and then it will let water out. So that's how that works. It usually comes with, I'm not sure if you can see, but through there it's like a wire kind of string thing that you hold the bottle with. It always works great unless you got a really like fussy rabbit, but most of them it will work really great. It's best not to get one that's this color, because you really want to get a see-through one. Sometimes it gets hard to see how much water they have left, so it's really important to see, you know, exactly how much they have, because you don't want it to get to here, they have no water left, and you don't know for a couple days. So this is the hay that I use. So for bedding, as you can see, we use this mini oat and bale hay. You can also see the rabbits have gotten into it, but it's just like this really good straw hay kind of thing. I've heard that this is a really good brand, and it's very nutritious for the rabbits. It won't just get them fat or whatever, it's very good. I've bought this for about 3 years or something. It's always been very good. This is how big the bag is. Once you start, if you get a little rabbit like this, it doesn't need a big space, you'll probably use about a quarter each time, and it's $10 a bag. Rage, he's cranky because Daisy's out. So you'll probably use about a quarter of the bag each time, and it's $10, so usually it lasts about 2 weeks or something. So that's really good. I've kind of learnt to not fill the entire thing with hay, because that kind of irritates her skin, but she likes it when it's just in one part. So that's what I do. And then Last thing, a ball. Not every rabbit is gonna want a ball, obviously, but this is Daisy's favorite toy. It's a bit deflated. We've had this for about 2 years or something, so it is quite deflated. It's like her rolling around ball. She loves it when it's in her hutch, because then she can just lean on it. She'll be like, boop, just leans on it, and then, yeah. So that's her favourite thing in the world right there. She'll roll around with it, play soccer with it. Not really, but you know. Still very cute. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you the food that we use. So this is the food that we use. Alfalfa and fruit by Peters. This is about $6 or $7 a box, which is kind of expensive, but it takes about 1 to 2 weeks to get through. So it's not that bad. That's Daisy and my hair. It has, I think, lots of different grains, kind of seeds and grasses. It also has pieces of dried fruit. It says there. This is the one we've used for a long time, and our rabbits love it when we give them a carrot. But don't give them, we do give them lettuce and all that, but do not give them greens a lot, because it gives them diarrhea, it gives them upset tummy. You want this to be the main kind of diet for them. And then, yeah, you just want to, this doesn't seem to give my rabbits any diarrhea if I give it to them often. But this is about, you know, a small carrot. That'll be good for 1 day or something. You always want to take out any excess, because it's just going to get gross in the hutch and you don't want them getting sick. But yeah, we usually give them that, and then they'll be happy. Kind of a balanced diet. I'll just set up the cage, the rest of it, and I'll show you what it looks like after. First of all, this is the food, and Daisy. As you can see, it's got lots of different things in it. It's got dried banana and I think sunflower seeds, grains, I don't know what that is, some pellets. It's just a good mix. Sometimes my rabbits won't eat the seeds or the pellets, but they do always eat the majority of it. Because my rabbit is small and she's kind of going on a diet at the moment, I'm just not giving her a lot of food. Just that much, and she takes a long time to get through her food. Hello, Daisy. Pablo, my male rabbit, he goes through like a whole one of this a day. Not a whole one, but like all of this a day. And you do want to refill it every day, but if you see that they're not eating all of it, you do want to make sure you're not like giving them a lot, because it can just build up and then you've got old food at the bottom. You do want to tip this out every couple days, because there are some bits they're not going to eat. Sometimes they won't eat all of it. When you first get a rabbit, it can be kind of experimental or testing when you're finding the food for them. Like it does help if you ask the pet shop you got them from about what food they're on at the moment, because that'll be good to continue. This isn't what Daisy used to have. I don't remember, it was about 3 years ago, but I know it wasn't this that she was eating. She did eventually start liking this, and now she eats that. I'm gonna put the rest of her stuff in because she's wondering where all of it is. Oh, if you're wondering, she's a Netherland dwarf cross something else a dwarf. I'm not sure. That's why she's got a tiny, tiny head. She's a bit fat though, so don't judge her. But yes, this is the setup. It's not complete yet. I'll just show you how much she loves her ball. Just watch. She might not show it now. She does really love it though. Are you gonna pull this? No, I don't think so, honey. You gotta be careful with what you let your rabbits get to, because they can chew wires. It can be like, we've had to replace wires just because they've chewed through them. Chewed through them? Chewed? Yeah, that sounds about right. Chewed through them. So yeah, they can be little devil animals. They can be very destructive. But, you know, they're the cutest little things. I think they're worth it. Oh, there's a carrot as well. So I'm going to finish her thing. I'm going to put hay in it and her water bottle. That was my dog. Yeah. Hay. I don't put a lot of hay in there. Just, yeah, as I said before, it does irritate her skin a little bit. So that's the majority of it. This is the final setup. I've put the hay in there. As you can see, I did make a big mess, but it doesn't matter. She'll eat it. The water bottle's on. That's what it should look like when it's on. Gonna make sure that's the metal part isn't too low or too high, because you want them to be able to reach it. And if you've just gotten your rabbit and you're not 100% sure that they know how to use that, just kind of watch out for them, make sure that they are drinking from it, and then it should be all good. So yeah, she's got some hay all over her. Oh. Yeah, so thanks for watching.